Hello there, my name is Raphael Reynaldi, and today I'll be explaining the creation of an Express.js server for an application or web application backend, and essentially the use cases that you can potentially create with the help of my code example here that mimics sort of an ATM machine. And so far I have all the logic and endpoints laid out, but I will go step by step and kind of skim through some of the code I have here. But essentially, to get started, all you need to do is import Express from the Express module itself. And then you can npm install Express to download Express locally inside your node modules folder for your specified project. After that, you can initialize the app, instantiate the app itself, or sorry, the Express server itself by calling the Express method and storing it into a variable. For this example, I use I initialized app to keep things simple. And then lastly, you can use the listen method and open a port to essentially host your backend into an available port you have. And then once you're done with development, you can run it or deploy it to the servers that you seem fit, or to the service that you deem is fit for your application. For this example, I'm showing examples for middleware, some get and post endpoints, and then also some error handling middleware as well. We can just go ahead and initiate the server or give life to it. So for this example, I have some dummy variables, or sort of, I call them accounts, where I can just access these accounts to showcase my server. So we can quickly just try to send a GET request to localhost 3000, and you can see here are the available endpoints that I have set up. So let's try with login, and we can use a post because when a user tries to log in, we're not trying to get something from it, but we're trying to access the service. And it says here it returns a 400 bad requests, but it is able to tell the user that card number and PIN are required. So this is part of the logic that I've set up here, where there's an if statement that catches if there's no card number and if there's no PIN. So here also there's a request body, so we have to use this part of the this part of Postman, this tool of Postman, to sort of access the information that is required. So if we can, let's send a login to 1234 with the PIN instead of the withdrawal number. The PIN for 1234 is 5678. We can send a post request, and here's my middleware working correctly, where this is essentially just able to monitor what methods or what endpoints are being accessed. You can see that the post/login one is being able to is displaying here, or it's being printed onto my console. So hello, John Doe, welcome to our ATM. So here's also another part of my example. I also set up a module that just that's simple in idea, where it just returns the name of said user, which in this case is John Doe, just to confirm that the right name is being displayed. It tells you the information such as the card number and the available services that John Doe is able to access. For the sake of this demo, I'd like to keep it short and interesting. We can also just skip around, and I will, instead of doing the deposits and withdrawals, because those are kind of self-explanatory, we can also maybe look at endpoints where they require parameters rather than bodies. So here, for example, we can look at the transaction history through a get method, because we are retrieving something from the dummy database rather than using information to access information that is stored inside the database. So here we can change it to history, and then we can use the colon to specify that it is an ID, and it automatically inputs it for us, and we can just tell what value we want from it. So in this case, we can use the required parameters is just the card number itself. So if we were to send this, or sorry, not we would have to use this value, my bad. So the key would be the card number and the value would be the actual card number itself, and it's able to showcase the history. It's done 0 transactions so far, and has a balance of 1,500. And the thing about these ID routes or endpoints is that they are unique for each card number, which allows the developer to easily create a variety of card numbers without having to run into headaches where there might be overlapping card numbers, which could get quite messy if that were the case. I guess we can also show an example of a withdrawal. So a withdrawal is a post request. Withdraw. So for this one, it requires the card number and the amount that we want to withdraw. And for this logic, there's a limit to how much each account can withdraw at a time. And for this case, it is only the maximum is 500. So if we were to use the amount of, let's say, 400. Because there isn't a I think there's a problem with how I implemented the JSON here. It actually goes down instead and goes to the error handler, which is able to tell me where are the issues located. But the thing I want to highlight here is that it's able to tell me the error itself, and also that the error code message. However, if I were to go back to history and then use parameters, card number 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, get wrong one. It's able to show the one history that we did try, and record that into our dummy data, and also increments the total transactions from 0 to 1. The module greeting, which just greets the user, is very simple. It's just an export function, const function with the parameter of name, and then using the name inside the back ticks to display the name to the user that's accessing the Postman requests. That's pretty much it for my example. Thank you so much for watching.